Alrighty, this is Studio Week 10. We've made it to double digits. This week, I'm doing my review. As you can see on screen, we have Alpaca versus Coffee. I'm doing my review for Alpaca. Alpaca is player 1 and is exclusively a Baiken main, to my knowledge. Coffee is originally Nagoriyuki main, has been playing mostly Kai from what I've seen. Um, So let's get into it. As always, I like to think about round starts first. Baiken has her very strong round starts in Far Slash, JD, 2H, 2S, uh, call out backdash with like H Gabari, a bunch of other stuff. Far Slash being 9 frames is like the very first thing that I think of to play around. And while I am doing notes for Alpaca, I can think about what Kai wants to do to get around Far Slash in order to sort of figure out how I rotate my options. Kai's options, he has his own Far Slash, which I presume would just get straight up beaten by Baiken Far Slash, because her Far Slash is really fast. Kai 2S probably would get under Far Slash, even just like back up, throw a stun edge, just I feel like very first round start, no resources available barring burst, but that's not really a factor here. I expect Kai to be very passive, but even still, as Baiken, I am sort of trying to be the aggressor. I assume that I'm trying to be the aggressor and establish the pace of play. So let's see what Alpaca likes to do. Alpaca being very nutty and just likes to roll the dice. Dash up. Not getting not getting any sound here. It's a very passive round start. Alpaca just walking back. Not really what I'd expect from him, especially the very first thing. But Coffee dash up 2P gets whiff punished by the 2S. I like the reaction. Just low commitment right into a quick punish. Let's just make a note of that. Strong and confident round start. No need to overextend. And good punish. I'm very generally a fan of conservative round starts or sort of low commitment round starts. Just backing off, we get the counter hit confirm into the Kabari, cross up Yozan-sen, and this looks like a plus frame situation for Alpaca here. And it is instant burst, and we're just waking up. Just fuzzy jump out, trying to fuzzy jump out, it looked like. I don't know how I feel about coming down with the button. Of course, you can always say retroactively, oh, they got counter hit, so that therefore that was a bad option. But I feel like Kai players are more in tune to an anti-air because 6P is really strong. Along with the offense revolving really around that throw, they sort of keep in mind when you're trying to jump out, when you're trying to fuzzy out. I feel like Kai specifically likes to focus around, or like maybe not focus around, likes to keep an eye out for anti-airs due to the offense revolving around throw and his strong 6P. Not sure if falling JS was a strong option here. Okay, let's continue. Trying to go for a bit of a fancier pickup here with counter hit. Or maybe the intention was OTG. Either way, misses the setup, tries to get... I assume that was a canned stagger string with close slash 6H. Classic stagger string, Bikens love to do it. I assume this is not a big deal. This is just, I assume that was maybe missed Tatami. It's not a big deal. Turns out to be empty low. It works out quite well. Get another safe jump situation. We have the 50% tension, so eat this 50-50. He's just trying to challenge. He's just trying to challenge. You get counter hit by this, you're so dead. But we have 50% tension. We have more than 50% tension. We get the fast RC, a little bit of extra there. Easy kill. Strong offense. This was like really decided in one interaction, I feel. So there's the early burst. It led to Alpaca being cornered, but because Coffee ended up dropping the Okizeme, ended up dropping the pressure there after the 6P, it allowed Alpaca to really just poke out, turn into an Abari situation, got a counter hit because Coffee is trying to press out. Actually, that's something we should keep a note out, because Coffee gets counter hit twice for quite a lot of damage. So I'm going to keep a note of that in my mind and see how Alpaca reacts in the future. We just went off of a conservative round start, no wall break situations. We go right into the far slash. I think this is a good response. Good response to last round start. I like your rotations. Rotation of options. Let's just take a quick look. We saw the Escobari coming out. Alright, the Gabari check. It's like, what, 29, 30 frames of startup or something. Coffee has not reacted. This is the first one, but hasn't reacted to it. This is +2. It's a weird setup. I don't feel like I've ever seen that one before. Interesting setup. It gets trade with 6P. And now Coffee gets to run the offense. But I assume some sort of fuzzy trying to get out. True block string gets hit into the stun edge, so it ends up working out quite well. Just trying to jump out. Classic by JS. Yeah, here's a mash. This is the third time that Coffee is really just preemptively mashing. So we haven't really developed a response for it yet, but I'm just going to point it out in the notes. This is the third time so far Coffee has decided to mash/press on defense, and the first time it works for him. So far, no answer yet, but let's see how it works for the rest of the set. So I think this is something that I'd like to see Alpaca key into, so let's see how he really gets around it. That's Omega Plus, but I don't know, sort of, I feel like layer 1 is you are forced to hold this, so hold this. I know Alpaca's a nut. Alpaca will wake up 5P without even representing parry, or wake up super even, and he buffers full screen super, full screen gun, just trying to watch you flinch. But I'm not playing Alpaca right now. This is Coffee versus Alpaca. This is Foudre Arc plus Shock State. Dangerous mash position, so be careful. I know, of course, Alpaca might be thinking, oh, they know that I know that this is plus, so maybe they'll try to go for a throw here or something. But this is like the first offensive situation. We haven't really gotten through it, so I think let's just try to focus a little bit on that layer 1. If we see a little bit of a stagger, a little bit of movement from Coffee, maybe we can try to adjust accordingly, but that was just a 5K. Good confirmation of wall break with the Vapor Thrust. Round start positioning, we get the 2S, stuffs kind of the approach. He's trying to like dash jump. Okay, we didn't, I saw 50% tension off of the H-Kabari. We didn't get a connection, so no need to initiate off of that 50-50 just yet. But we come in, we get caught by the far slash backdashing, and we save our burst. Sort of the long-term focus here. I always like to see players saving their burst into the last round. What was the life differential? Yeah, there was no way that burst was going to be very impactful without a lot of different sequences going right. Coffee had a lot of tension, had a lot of health, and nearly their own full burst. Round start situation. So the last round starts, we got very first round starts, not just round start positioning off of like a wall break. We saw walk back 2S, and we saw walk back 2S and far slash. Backdash. They're both playing very conservatively on the round start right now. They're not trying to initiate so hard, and we're entering the neutral game. Alpaca backing off a little bit heavy. It's early on, but you're backing off super heavy and giving up space. Giving up space without really doing much. Okay. We got the jump in. Caught a burst. Yeah, punishes the far slash. I will say, I always feel awkward and scared bursting right after a close slash. I'll just be careful about that. Not a big deal. Good patience, good defense. Abare poke out, catching the stagger strings, but unfortunate drop. Ooh, that was really close. I'm not sure. Maybe if we can pay attention to that meter just a little bit more. It hasn't become an issue just yet. That was like honestly true 50-50. Plus Alpaca probably would have gotten his own. This is Kai JH being Kai JH. We saw the startup of 6P coming out, and it hit super deep. Absolutely insane. I don't know why he didn't just take the knockdown. Like close slash 2D, charge stun edge. Gets the knockdown, we get dash up, charge stun edge, right into the super. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Alpaca is insane. This dude is crazy. And just run up throw too. That was same side. Oh, I like that. I like that jump K. I think that was a clever jump K. As an air-to-air button, I think that was clever. I'm just gonna color use of JK. Didn't connect, but I like the idea. I like it when people use all of their normals. This is gonna be right through the wall. No, ride the lightning. You're on borrowed time. Watch out for the stun dipper. Oh, super plus frames. Yeah. I just want to see, was that a counter hit? Or maybe just trying to fuzzy out. Yeah, we don't see any counter hit marker. Yeah, Sacred Edge, extraordinarily plus. Alright, next round. Round start situation. 5H. I feel like I don't see Bikins use 5H. I'm not sure what that necessarily is trying to beat. But I'm curious. Ooh, good preemptive 2K. Weed's like, whiff the button, put out the stop sign. We don't want you to approach, so this is you trying to whiff the button and you just got hit. Alright. That 2H tries to whiff punish. Not close enough for a close slush, but still establishes offense here. Ooh, if you were any other character other than Baiken, that 5P would have worked. Maybe 5K probably would have worked. 6P. I don't know what Baiken's anti-Future arc options are. Maybe even far slash being 9 frames. Normally if you pick like a 5P, 5K, something in the range of straight button 5 to 7 frames will just catch it out. Unfortunate miss. your anti-Foudra arc button? I'm just curious. I feel like 5k might work, but Baiken is super hunched over. Knockdown. We haven't established parry yet. You're mashing 5p on wake up. Stop it. Let's just double check. I look like 5p. That there was no way that was counter because you got counter. Yep. That's a 5p right there. Haven't yet established parry, but wake up 5p mash. Burst out. I don't know how I feel about that burst. This isn't definitive. This isn't definitive. Was that burst worth it? I don't know for sure myself, but Kai at near full health and Kai near full health, full burst, and 50% tension feels like you're already quite behind. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm like 60% against that burst, 40% in favor. It's so close. Neutrals for chomps. Yep. I like that pacing from Coffee. He's been doing a good job of just staying at that half screen range and not overextending in his movement. And Alpaca just gets caught off guard. We can say that maybe he's looking for it because of the 50% tension. And I'm not really sure how Baiken deals with it, because Baiken, I don't feel like she has strong approach options when you're trying to maneuver around that, because the threat of just the fast low option, fast like full screen low option, can do so much to you. You might want to jump out of it, but then Kai has some really, really strong air buttons into good confirms, in conjunction with air fireball, normal fireball, a strong anti-air, and even just like running up and holding your ground is such a strong option for Kai in a position like this. I'm not sure what Alpaca really could be doing to hedge their bets around here. Also to point out, Coffee has been going all for meaties. He is not scared of counter yet. He's not scared of parry. Just pressing out. Okay, that was offensive burst. We're trying to take this round. I will say, I will comment, you got the burst, so retroactively, I say worth it. Because we're getting up to finish this with probably 75 to 80% tension. All right, we're playing the neutral game. We're scared of throw. We're trying to get around the stun dipper by putting out this 2S, but right when there's a gap in the block string, we got clipped on the toes. Unfortunately, we cannot always cover stun dipper. Rip. Coffee's up around again. Oh, we're just putting out the stop sign. There it is again. That was crazy by Coffee. Coffee doesn't have 50% tension, so he's just... That's just a hard call out. And now, as Alpaca, if I were Alpaca, I'd be thinking, oh man, I need to change something up on my offense because I can't be leaving these gaps here. But we're able to get a safe jump set up. Good backdash by Coffee. Unfortunate spacing, though. No full punish. Let's just take a look at this interaction once more. A little bit. From here, we get the safe jump set up. That was just a hard call out and a hard read. Coffee hasn't been... I guess he kind of has. I don't know. I'll just think Coffee has been pressing on defense a lot so far, whether 2p, 5p, stun dipper. So we know he's willing to poke out. I'm not sure if that throw was in a good spot due to these patterns we see up to this point. Miss spacing on the stun dipper. No punish though. Unfortunate. A small error. I don't need to write that one down. We reestablish neutral, set up the wall. Kabari is just so fast, super hard to punish. Feint, cross up, empty low. That's cute. I really like that actually. Good option since we've already represented cross up Yozan Sen twice. I think that's how you spell Yozan Sen. Whatever. Right into the super to break the wall. It's not going to kill. But I believe we get a safe jump after this. Ooh. Safe jump with empty throw. I like the idea. That should beat... That definitely would beat DPRC. We had 50% tension. You might be able to... This is just something that I've been really thinking a lot about lately. Might be able to do a throw OS. But I'm not sure how that would work on block, because JD would probably come out, and I'll change your air momentum in a way that would make it weird. I don't know. Just something I'm thinking about. Ooh, there's 5k. I was asking about that earlier. Works out. We get the offense started into a safe jump. Good Kara. I feel like you can be doing more with this. These setups off of your safe jump approaches. I feel like we're leaning heavily on the left-right so far. Might be leaning too heavy on left-right on safe jump mix. Early burst. We don't want to get pressed. Ooh, just hard call out with 50% tension. I just want to check that. Oh, that's a hard punish, yeah. I don't think there was a good way to get out of that. I will just ask a question here. I'll write it down. We've seen a lot of reversal stun dipper. Got a proper noun. Stun dipper, 2 capitals. Can tatami cover that? Especially at points where you would be going for Kabari. Is there a different thing you can do on offense to cover stun dipper? In my case, as a Bridget player, what we have, we do a normal block string. They're super far away, and then stop and dash set. So 214S or 214H, because why not sometimes? That will recover in time to block stun dipper. We've lost our burst here. Routing unfortunate, but we get the meaty and coffee's side. That's the second big throw. Reversal throw. Okay. So we're crazy because we're Alpaca. No buffers. Ooh, gets right around. I just want to take a look at this neutral exchange. Coffee trying to perhaps cover a few options like the straight run up or a Kabari, a tatami, or air options from Alpaca. Dashes back, we're out of options. Was that an attempt at an anti-air? Close slash anti-air? I think so. I think that might have been an attempt at a close slash anti-air. Alpaca with the delay on his JH. Car is super to clean it out. Ooh, okay, we have 50% tension. I understand that if it would hit, it would kill. Might have been just simpler to just do, you had 100% tension. H Kabari, follow up, RC super. Easy stuff. Small nitpick, small thing to think about. Hopefully, oh, it does. Unfortunate. Yeah. That's a ripperoni. Rip. H Kabari, follow up, RC, super, sad face. Okay. Let's continue. Currently 2-0 in favor of coffee. Round start, as always. Far slash. Okay. Coffee's starting to be a little bit more passive on round start. We might be able to leverage that in the future to give ourselves a more offensive posture. Just like run up nothing, just threaten it, I think is good. Being in the air, like neutral jump, that might not be that good actually. Round start H Kabari, even. Try to put out the stop sign. Whiff, but no punish. Ooh, I like the press. Yeah. That low profile is probably far slash, stun edge. This is a good call out option. Catches the instant burst. Good burst point for coffee. No resources to RC, and canceling it does not make it safe, and letting it just stay does not keep it safe. And it's an offensive burst. Defensive burst right away. Similar burst point off the 6H. Ooh, getting into the rhythm. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Come on, Alpaca, it's air dash time. Gets the counter, and we're able to get the knockdown pressure started. Ooh, yeah, that's stealing our turn back. Because both hits to Tommy, that's -3, I think. And we get 5p is 4 frames, so that's 7 frames of coffee available to do something until getting hit by 5p. And yeah, tried to hit 2s. So good turn steal. This is the first time that Alpaca has really done it. Turns into a good application. Hold this gun. Ooh, this is a good response. Let's positive reinforcement time. Last time, coffee backdashed here. So good response with run up 5k. Ooh, unfortunate though. But please pay attention to your meter. Pretty please. I'm saying it nicely. Pretty please with a cherry on top. Pay attention to your tension gauge. Because that's a free kill. Or free as in easy kill. Not free as in we have to spend resources. Good confirm. We're set. This is offense. Good stagger. So this is coffee still trying to press, and we're in our overwhelming offense state. Okay. I can understand. I think at this point, it's not a big deal if we just get the burst. I think the first one is fine. The first burst bait is free. The first burst bait is free. I get it. But I'm not so sold on the second. Sometimes you just gotta make them do it. And if not, they're dead. Because look at how far we're ahead here. Look at how far we're ahead. We've just reached 50% tension. We would have reached 50% tension off of that wall break. We have less than 5% of our life bar taken off. We have 98% of the life bar, and they are literally going to die once they get stuck to the wall or get supered. I think if we get the burst, I'm fine with it. We're sent back to neutral. I have 50% tension. I have so much life. It's up to you to control the neutral and approach me. I can just play it cool. I can throw some tatami mats. I can throw some kabaris. I can just dash block forever. And here we just go right over the fireball. It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine. You can burst bait when you're in their head after like a while, or you use an RC. The RC burst bait is super free. I love to bait burst with RC. But if I am hard burst baiting, if I am showing that I am trying to bait your burst, that's when I get upset. When it's very clear to me that the player on screen is trying to bait burst. Especially at a point like that where we're so ahead. And honestly, if you take the burst, that's wonderful. You can get a few more hits in before you get the burst out at a guaranteed spot. Okay, everyone gets one. TK is on Sun on round start. This is going to hit. Oh, I thought that the tatami was going to hit. I think Alpaca expected tatami to connect. Although that might still be counter hit recovery. I'm not sure. Because last time we saw this interaction, Coffee was a little bit farther away, got hit by the tatami on the way down. Kabari comboed after the tatami, but we have an instant burst. The far slash gets beaten out. We're trying to poke out. It took, honestly, I am so surprised. We're at almost 6 minutes here. It took you 5 minutes and 50 seconds to parry once. Alpaca, you've changed. You've changed, man. I've seen you. You've wake up 5P'd like 2-3 times. Also to mention, I don't think that Coffee has been playing around it at all, especially on Oki. Kai is a character that can sort of auto set up around parry with charged stun edge, but Coffee hasn't really gotten to a lot of positions where that's even relevant. Early burst. We're back to the corner. That doesn't combo. Coffee pressing out. That's the first interaction. I think that's the first block H-Kabari of the set like that, and he's already challenged. Something to think about. Wake up backdash. We're not trying to have any of this. Even fuzzy jumping out hard. Just to point out, when you're stuck in the corner, you've really been fuzzy jumping hard, trying to escape. Consider dash block, poke out, dash block, or poke out just a bit more in combination with FD. You've been doing all of these, but maybe rotate more amongst your options. There we go. Yeah, he's just been going for meaties. Not even meaty stun edge all that often. Oh my gosh, that hit stun dipper. That hit stun dipper. What a button. You monster. Unfortunate that it didn't turn into anything. Coffee just trying to hold center. Cross up empty low. Okay. It's the threat of cross up I think has been very strong so far. I guess that was a little bit too low to the ground for the Yozansen to cut him out. Ugh. Almost, almost. All right, this is the alpaca. This is the alpaca we know and love. You can't throw me out of reversal super. He didn't try to throw, but I think that's the idea here. With button, put out the stop sign. 5H is quite fast. He went right through that? What the hell? Burst out. What? What is this? Arxes, please. Just getting counter hit. Poke out. Okay. Standing block on a Foudre arc. That's got to be like what, +2 at best. You put out a 4-frame option that'll beat any greed other than Coffee doing a 5p. So well placed 5p of your own. That's another backdash though. Safe jump JH backdash. Done that a few times already. Coffee's just really not trying to get grabbed. Run up nothing. What was the intention behind here? Trying to bait reversal DP. This is not necessarily anti-Coffee, but anti-Kai what you're trying to do. But me as someone who knows Coffee personally and who has talked to Coffee many times, Coffee has said to me that he is bad at the DP motion, so does not reversal DP basically ever. So Alpaca, if you're listening to this in the future, you can get a little bit more greedy. Goes right into drag and install. That hits OTG. Big plus frames. Ooh, there's the call for the fuzzy jump. Fuzzy jump, frowny face. Oh, but he drops the combo. Doesn't get 50% RC. Ends up pulling through in the end. We're at 2-2 here. Turn your life on the line. Did round start Escabari? I can understand H Kabari because Coffee's been quite passive. This is the first time he was a little bit more offensive on round start, but Escabari? Crazy. If that was supposed to be close slash, I understand. That was a good anti-air. So something I'm noticing about Coffee's offense, he is very willing to continue the string to a point where he's very far away from you, where nothing is very threatening other than stun dipper RC, stun edge, and then I guess technically Foudre arc, but Foudre arc is reactable. I will say in air quotes reactable. But we can see here, he starts his offense. He just did 2 buttons. He's been doing a lot of close slash 6H, 5K 6H, close slash 2S, far slash 5H, far slash nothing. He's just pushing himself so far away. There's that fuzzy jump again. Oh. No buffer in his super. We just did it 3 times in a row. Okay. I see you. Put out Tommy. Offense started. Stole turn back again, but we get caught by the stun dipper. Run start. Far slash. Good 6p. Oh, yeah. I think attempted microdash 5K. I don't. I feel this jump back feels unnecessary to me. You lost so much space because of it, and you got hit. But this jump and double jump back feels unnecessary. You lost a lot of space and ended up getting punished. You don't have the control in the long range, so being mid to close, I think, is where you want to be. Maybe consider holding your ground a little more. Get close slash. There's that burst off of a close slash, which feels scary. We have the life. It is the last, our last life, but it still is scary. Fuzzy jump out. Counter hit 6H. Sacred Edge did not ride the lightning. Attempted safe jump setup idea. JD probably to stall around Hiragi against parry. Alpaca has done parry literally once this entire set. So I don't know. I guess we had parry RC idea. Coffee, no. There's the meaty. We had parry RC also. Coffee's up 3-2. All right. Oh, let's get past round start. Let's check again. Run up throw on round start. This is what I like to see. We're taking advantage of Coffee's defensive / passive round starts. It is technically, maybe not technically, it is to me a goofy option to run up throw on round start. But it's well informed in this case. Cross up. That was off tether. First time we saw it. Tries to catch these are both anti-air options here that from Coffee. So we can sort of understand that he's trying to cover the air. Maybe the idea was Alpaca's trying to punish the Fuja arc, but given that he approached with Fuja arc, to me that's saying I don't want you to jump, or I guess I don't want you. I do want you to jump and get hit by these things that I'm doing. Yeah, that was an auto-timed meaty setup. Alpaca just doesn't have the read on what Coffee has been doing, despite how frequently Coffee has gone for meaty setups without a projectile. Slight delay on the 2D makes fuzzying hard. Coffee gets hard 50-50'd. That was a cute BRC. That was a cute BRC. A bit of a slobber knocker at the end. Far slash round start into jump back. I guess we have seen like far slash put up 2K, far slash put up 2S. This is just another thing. It catches a run up trying to punish a low option by catching them with JS on the way down. There's that double up back again. He did it again. Lost so much space and offense by jumping back here. We get a punish here. It's like super minus. We turn it into a safe jump setup. I guess, yeah, that's not a lot of time to visually confirm it. And Alpaca not being greedy on offense with the 50% tension. I like the instant jump S, trying to catch the jump out, but just didn't have the spacing quite right. 6P trades with JH. This doesn't get turned into an offensive setup. There's a parry. Got caught up in RC startup. That was just unfortunate. I think if he had let parry rock, it would have totally punished. We do have 100% tension. He has 50% tension. I don't know. If you want the guaranteed I'm going to get out of this, then it's super RC. If you want to just hedge your bets that they're trying to get around parry, then it's parry RC. Or like backdash BRC or something. There's the parry. And it kills. I guess you have RC afterwards too, but what a character. 3-3. 6k round start. Put out the stop sign. Far slash is trading. Good anti-air. Scary burst point though. I feel like you're just generally doing a lot of walking yourself into the corner. That was a good placement of the tatami. Haven't been leading on that super heavily. That was plus. Catches the approach with jump back JS. I assume that was supposed to be JPP Yozansen. We finish it up here with a super. Round start as always. 2S catches out startup of Kabari. Frame by frame. Alright. Doth my eyes not deceive? It's a lot of frames. 2S. That looks like maybe 6H or 5H. Whatever. Catches something out. I was just curious. Gets turned into a wall break. I feel like Coffee could have held it with a charged stun edge. Full screen run up throw. I don't know. I feel like Coffee's been defensively backdashing when outside of neutral. I think the key distinction here, when he gets hit or when he's on defense, when he's blocking, trying to backdash away from the throw. Throws are really scary. When you get thrown by Baiken, you're basically guaranteed to take 20% damage afterwards, I feel like. Barely doesn't kill. BRC forward. We get a big combo here and a safe jump setup. Empty low. Empty throw. Just meaty close slash. Yeah, this is a victory for me. I say we've taken the burst. We get caught on the way in by preemptive stun edge, but we can probably kill Coffee before he gets a burst. Baiken does dummy damage. Just a little bit too far away from that. Fire slash catches out the food arc. Good press. There's that stagger. Yeah, Coffee's trying to press out or backdash a lot on defense. And I think we're catching on. 2S beats 2S. This ought to kill. Super, please. Okay, we got the run-up throw. This is set point here for Alpaca. Round start. Far slash. Puts out the stop sign. You have a good read. I think Coffee is getting a little antsy now. Big wall bounce. Right into the super. This is good damage. Not going to kill. Hard knockdown, though. Watching for the backdash. There we go. Yeah. Every time in this situation, Coffee has been doing the backdash. Safe jump, sort of meaty JH. Catches the backdash. That's a clean perfect right there. True set point. Far slash catches the far slash. Anti-air. Put at the stop sign. Now, we're just pressing buttons, trying to hold screen, and it looks like Coffee is getting antsy and trying to get in, but We're just putting out the stop signs. Poke out, full dash. He's not even trying to dash block out of the corner. That was just a full dash out of the corner, which, to his credit, Alpaca has been just jumping out and giving him extra space, but it was brave on its own. That's that fuzzy jump. He was looking for it too, so be scared of it. Unfortunate drop. Put out these buttons. We have no reason to play offensively here. Just put out buttons and the 2S clips. Just a few things to wrap up. It took a little bit to get used to. I think Alpaca maybe just wasn't warmed up. Alpaca and Coffee both. There was a bit of spaghetti early on, but things I'm thinking Alpaca should look out for. Fuzzy jumping a little bit too much. Giving up space by just jumping back. I can understand a backdash, a single jump back, the double jump back, or like the super jump back feels like you're really just not trying to be close to your opponent. When Baiken has really great buttons close to the opponent, as well as she can really scrap. She can really just box up close. Early on, I was worried about an over-reliance on particular Oki options, but it was further resolved. And then it took a few games, but keying into defensive tendencies. There was a lot of pressing and trying to dash out. Like, Coffee was just really scared of Baiken up close, and you could really feel it. And I think once Alpaca really tuned into that, it turned really strong into their favor. Nonetheless, very well played for both of you. And yeah, good luck in future games, sets, and practice.